And we are live. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world. It's Bitcoin Ben. Here for the morning, what the pluck is going on in cryptocurrencies in the world. My friends, last night, I hopped on YouTube. I hopped on Twitter. I hopped on YouTube Shorts. And I realized something. A lot of the videos that I was seeing was not the real people. There are a lot of Joe Rogan fake videos out there. There's a lot of Michael Saylor that are not real. They look like him. They sound like him. But then I go check his site and they're not him. This is an issue that I knew would eventually come. But I didn't think it would come as quickly and as prevalent as it is. Now, I've argued with people on this club. By the way, it's Bitcoin Ben live from the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club here in Sarasota. One of the reasons I launched this club is what a lot of people don't realize is the internet is about to become really the land of illusion. It already is the land of imagination, but now it's moving into the land of illusion. I think, and I'm putting my money into the new novelty will be local community. Local. I think the internet is going to transition into a exchange of information and some entertainment, but I think humans are going to shift again. I think the new awesome, the new evening is going to be going out again. Going to your local community club. He goes on, and I have numbers to back this up, folks. On tonight's 3-hour Patreon Wednesday video, we're going to talk about this subject. We're going to talk about how things are about to shift drastically. How employment, did you know? Listen, just listen to this. All right. And I got this from Raoul Powell. Raoul, if you know who Raoul is, he's legit. The dude knows his shit. Just in the last 6 months, over 200,000 jobs have been lost to Chat GPT or whatever you call it. 200,000 jobs, and it's increasing every month. There are announcements coming out. Like local news channels are going to change. The host for your morning news is not going to be a real person. The model in the commercial is not going to be a real person. The actors in movies are not going to be real people. All right. One of Raoul's good friends runs Chat GDP or G, whatever the hell that chat software is. He has actually this is rumors that it's this, that they're going to have a pay-per-view boxing match, right? Against Muhammad Ali, and I think it's another champion heavyweight who is dead, but they're gonna have them actually in a boxing ring at their prime and let artificial intelligence, after watching hours of tape, have them go at it in the ring, and it's gonna look real. It's gonna look like you're watching a real friggin' boxing match. Think about this. They can bring Elvis Presley, they can bring him back. They can have him put out new songs. They could bring back Tupac. They already did at a concert a few years ago. Hang on one second. Uh, all right, hang on one second. Let me move this over. All right. Good Lord. This was 9 years ago. Think about that. 9 years ago that they did this. Do you guys remember this? Watch. This is a hologram of Tupac.
Yeah! You know what the fuck this is? What up, Trey? I'm chilling. What's up, brother? What up, Snoop? What's up, my nigga? What the fuck is up, Coachella? Throw up a motherfucking finger. Yeah. Machiavelli in this. And God said you should send these one we got.
This was 9 years ago.
Follow me. Coming for me. My diamonds in the listen. Now pay attention, listen. Please, Father. I'm go shit and feels Hail Mary. My go deep inside the solitary mind. The man ain't squeeze. All evil lurks.
Right. That's a hologram. Now, a hologram is completely different from artificial intelligence, right? That's just a graphic, right? Right. They also did the hologram thing with Michael Jackson. Yeah. But this is different. This is completely different. This is now all they have to do is type in a script. Type in, and they don't even have, they have to go on Chat GPT or whatever the hell you call it, write a rap song about police violence with video of Tupac in the style of Tupac. And the software will write it, the video will be created, and all of a sudden they're putting out a new music video of Tupac with a brand new Tupac song. Like Sharon says, are people craving the illusion that much? Absolutely. Now, Sharon, I am sure that you are a fine, upstanding young lady, so you wouldn't know this. There is something plaguing our world that most people don't know about yet. Because most people aren't into this. But I've watched interviews, I've listened to lectures on this. I had I have a friend who's dealing with this. They are addicted to virtual reality pornography. And I mean addicted. He goes to work, he goes home, doesn't even try and meet a woman, doesn't want anything to do with women, has no urge to even talk to a woman because of virtual reality pornography. This is going to get worse. Like, think about it. Think about that. You can put on goggles and all of a sudden there's a woman that looks real and she's interacting with you and she knows you. They're implementing artificial intelligence into this. Michael Donnelly, love you, brother. All right. To be fair, women are a pain in the ass. Kind of get that. All right. People are a pain in the ass. Relationships are a pain in the ass sometimes, but they're real. They're real relationships. I I know men who are assholes, and I know women that are pain in the asses. But if you understand how human sexuality works, then you understand the danger this is. See, when I was young, me and my wife, we met at a bar, right? And went through the whole courting and getting to know each other and laughing and going out on dates and all that. If someone can stay home but yet have an interactive relationship, remember, there are sex dolls right now that look realistic. And I mean, look realistic. It's mind blowing. Hey, what's up, brother? It's mind blowing. We're about 2 years away from that doll having robotics inside of it and artificial intelligence in it. We are, yeah, Nikki D. All right, Nikki D, you are right. It's why I don't use self-checkout. Now, mind you, I don't go shopping a lot. But when I go shopping, I don't use self-checkout. I can feel it already when I travel. I'm always so happy to see a human at the toll booth. I can remember, God, this was probably 90, 96, 97. I lived in St. Louis. I worked at a plant over in Granite City, Illinois. So I would drive from St. Louis across the river and go to work. Well, the bridge I took back in the old days was the Martin Luther King toll booth. And I think it cost you like maybe 50 cents or something. But they had a toll booth guy there. And I can remember every night, because I worked evenings because it paid more. I'd go and I'd see, what was his name? It was this old black guy. Was it Roger? I think it was Roger. I'd see him in there and I would pull up and I'd hand him $1 if I didn't have 50 cents. And he'd be like, "Hey, Ben, how you doing?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," because I called him Raj. "Hey, Raj, what's up, brother?" "Oh, not much. Is it slow?" Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. The strip clubs are about to crank up. So he always got a lot of traffic. All right. Whenever the strip clubs really got busy. That job's mostly gone now. At our restaurant we were at the other day, we didn't have a waiter. We had someone who brought the food. Or wait, no, we did have yeah. I think my wife ordered everything on an app, and they just brought it. I think. My point is this. Oh, Bitcoin Gypsy. How's the club doing, Ben? It's doing great. The website's up. Everything's rolling. We're going to host the Chamber of Commerce. We have like I think we got 4 or 5 events lined up already. Everything's going great. This evening on Patreon, we're going to have a deep conversation on how long I think and how long you all think, because we'll actually be talking in the chat. I might even bring on a couple of Patreon members onto the show and get their opinions. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. If you want to watch that show tonight and even come on the Patreon show tonight, make sure you're watching the 3-hour video on Patreon tonight. If you're not a member, links under here. Join Patreon. Because I want to hear other people's opinion on how quickly you all think. All right. Let's see. We got TJ. Started watching the 3-hour show from 2 weeks ago. Really good info on the club's structure there. Oh, yeah. And we'll be talking about club ownership. We had a great video call with 11 or 12 investors who are investing in future clubs. These, the Bitcoin Ben crypto clubs. This is everything that is old is new. The new thing is going to be local. The new thing is going to be local community membership clubs, where they're not just a bar. Yeah, kind of like the old Elks Club, except a modern version of that. Bingo. TJ nails it. Local focus with global ties. Bingo. That's the future. Question. Hey, Ben, do you think signups will go as fast as predicted? Yes. Yep. They already are. Yep. With zero advertising. I wanted to see what would, and the only reason I can do it is because I can afford it. I wanted to see what natural growth would look like. Not just walk-ins. Now, the average, right, clubs from here on out will advertise, marketing, do all the usual stuff. All right. I wanted this one. It was kind of a social experiment. And like I said, the only reason that I was able to do it was because I can afford to do it. Is like I'm gonna launch like marketing campaigns next month. But this month is We're fully open. The website's up and looking great. I wanted to see what the natural adoption rate would be, just for my own personal curiosity. It's been very impressive, just off of drive-bys and natural human interaction. Very interesting. All right, I got to jump off here. This evening's show, and I think I'm going to do this more and more, is going to be interactive. I'm going to be bringing on viewers, Patreon people, on the show tonight. Click the link under here, join Patreon, and let's try and figure out how quickly this is going to move and how devastated the unemployment is going to be over the next few years with AI implementation. Okay, everyone, love you guys. See you tonight on Patreon at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, live. See you there.